The air in Aspen Hollow always carried the scent of pine and the faint whisper of the mountains. Jackson Hale had lived in this small Colorado town all his life. At 38, he had everything a man could want: a steady job as a wilderness guide, a home built with his own hands, and a wife he adored. Emily. They met 12 years ago when she visited Aspen Hollow on a ski trip. Her laughter had rung louder than the music in the bar where they met. One whirlwind week later, Jackson was in love. 6 months after that, they were married. Emily traded her city heels for hiking boots, said goodbye to her marketing job in Denver, and embraced the slow rhythms of mountain life. She always said she loved the quiet. Loved him. But silence, Jackson would later learn, can hide more than it reveals. It started with a lie. A small one. "I'm going to visit my sister in Boulder," Emily said one Thursday morning. Jackson kissed her forehead. "Give Beth a hug for me." She smiled, but her eyes didn't. That weekend, Jackson had a group hike booked. When a last-minute cancellation freed up his Sunday, he drove the 2 hours to Boulder, hoping to surprise his wife. Beth opened the door, surprised. But not for the reason Jackson expected. "She's not here," Beth said, confused. "She said she was with you all weekend." The lie cracked open something in Jackson's chest. Jackson didn't confront her right away. He drove home, numb. That night, as Emily slept, he checked her laptop. Passwords hadn't changed. Her email was open. There were messages, dozens, from a name he didn't recognize. Miles C. Miles. Counting the minutes until I can touch you again. Emily, he suspects nothing. I hate lying to him, but being with you feels like breathing again. Jackson read until the sun rose, his world unraveling line by line. Jackson began seeing his life in reverse. The sudden phone calls Emily dismissed with vague smiles. The lingerie he found in her suitcase after her trip to Beth's. The way she avoided eye contact during dinner. He hired a private investigator. It wasn't pride. It was clarity he sought. Within a week, the photos arrived. Emily in a downtown hotel, wrapped in someone else's arms. Miles Connors, a marketing executive from Denver. Divorced, handsome, suave, everything Jackson wasn't interested in being. Jackson waited. Emily returned from another, sister visit, on a rainy Tuesday. He had dinner ready. Candles, her favorite stew, wine. Halfway through the meal, he placed the envelope on the table. She paled. "Jackson, I can explain." "Don't." His voice was quiet, like the eye of a storm. "Just tell me why." She wept. Talked about losing herself. About craving excitement. About how he made her feel too safe. Too safe. He almost laughed. Instead, he stood up and left the house. The stew remained on the table, steaming like the anger in his chest. She moved out 3 days later. The silence in the house felt different now. Heavy, haunting. Friends offered support. His brother wanted to track Miles down. His mother cried. Jackson did none of those things. He went into the woods. For days. He hiked trails he hadn't walked in years. Camped under stars. Let the cold bite his skin until it hurt less than the betrayal. He came back leaner, harder, not healed, but forged. Divorce papers were signed within the month. Emily didn't fight. She looked ashamed. "I never meant to destroy you," she whispered. He looked her in the eyes for the last time. "But you did." She left. Jackson sold the house they built together. Moved deeper into the mountains. Started a retreat for men recovering from betrayal, heartbreak, and trauma. Called it the Silent Ruins. He became more than a guide. He became a compass for the broken. Years later. 5 years passed. One spring, a woman named Avery arrived at the retreat. A writer. Divorced. Kind eyes. A quiet strength. They talked. Shared stories. Pain. And slowly, trust. Avery stayed longer than her booking. One night, as the fire crackled and snow fell softly outside the lodge, she touched his hand. "You still believe in love, Jackson?" He looked at her. Smiled. "I believe in starting over. She left me broken, but the silence taught me to rebuild. And this time, I build with truth."